Hello, hello. Welcome back, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on where you're at and when you're watching. Thank you so much for joining me again for today's video. And the subject of today's video is one that I had intended to talk about at some point in the future. However, it recently came up, and so I thought I'd move it up in my time frame for when to do it, and so here it is today. The subject of this video is: should Christians pray for atheists? As many of you know, I consider myself a Christian atheist, which means I subscribe very strongly to the morals and ethical teachings of Jesus, the person who walked the face of the earth 2,000 years ago. However, I don't believe that there is evidence of the existence of a supernatural power. Doesn't mean there will never be evidence that would convince me otherwise, but I believe at this point we don't have that evidence, and so I just don't believe that there's any evidence of it. So that said, I do not have any issues with people having faith. I, for my whole life, was affiliated with United Church of Christ, various churches, and I think that as long as people are not using religion to harm others, I have absolutely no problem with it whatsoever, and would even encourage it. My first choice would be for us to study ethics and morals independently of religion. But I realize that the chances of getting everybody together on Sunday mornings to talk about ethics and morals and a good way of living are pretty nil, pretty slim at this point. So in place of that, I gladly accept religion, because I think at least in liberal Christianity, I think there's a strong tendency toward focusing on those good values. I think a lot of harm has been done in the name of religion. I think a lot of harm has been done by churches, by the larger church, i.e. the Catholic Church, in decades and centuries past, but also by individual churches. And I have very, very close knowledge of one such situation, and at some point I may talk about that. But as long as religion is not being used to harm others, as long as religion is not being legislated, then I really don't have a problem with religion. Now, to the immediate question of this video: should Christians pray for atheists? The reason I'm doing this now is, as some of you know, I am dealing with some pretty difficult health issues, and recently a Christian friend of mine asked me, is it okay if I pray for you? And I was a little bit taken aback, but I understood, because she understands my Christian atheism, and I think a lot of negativity surrounds the label of atheist, and so I understood her hesitancy. But of course, the answer is of course. You are, any Christian is, or any other religious person is absolutely welcome to pray for me, or if you ask me, they're welcome to pray for any other atheist. I believe that prayer serves a double benefit. Most importantly, prayer gives a benefit to the one offering the prayer. You know, when somebody is dealing with a health problem, the average person is very limited as to what they can do to help. You know, as they can tell you from me reaching out, just talking about how miserable I am on any particular day, they have no words. They don't know anything that they can do to help me. And of course, there is nothing they can do to help. But by offering prayer that gives them something positive that they can offer on my behalf. And so I do think there's a very strong value of prayer to the one that is offering the prayer. I personally also happen to think that for me, the fact that someone has offered to pray for me or is praying for me, that provides me with a sense of caring from that person, and it lets me know that they are very positively thinking of me and hoping and praying, literally, for the relief of my illness. And so there's a great value to me personally from the fact that they are offering prayer. And so I don't need to believe that a particular prayer or group of prayers are going to be answered by some deity somewhere in order for me to benefit from that prayer. So my answer is absolutely. Anybody that wants to offer a prayer, you know, I think it's going to be good for you to offer it, and I think the positive energy that I get from you by offering that is worth more than anything in the world. So, the only place I draw a line with that is I do know a lot of Christians, I'm sorry to use the air quotes, but I do know a lot of Christians who, when they injure someone or what have you, maybe they believe that the person is on the wrong path, etc., will state as a real dig against the person, I'll pray for you. I'll pray for you. And I think we all know people that do that. And in that sense, I resent fully whatever prayer they might be offering and reject that out of hand. So, yeah, that's the topic of today's video. I would love to see comments. Nobody's commenting on my videos yet, and I would love to see comments. I'd love to interact with people. Maybe you disagree with me. Maybe you agree with me. Doesn't matter. I'm a debater, I guess, for lack of a better word. And so I welcome all comments. Not to mention, they also help me with YouTube. Hint, hint. And, by the way, I am going to do that to ask you, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, please. As of this moment, I'm only 93 subscribers away from having my own unique address for YouTube, so for my YouTube channel. So please subscribe, share my videos with anyone that you think would benefit. If you don't know how to share these videos, drop me a line. You can put a comment down below, or if you know my email address, you can certainly email me, or you can click on over to my Facebook page, which will be linked down below, and send me a DM, and I can certainly help you there. So please subscribe to my channel. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Those count too. But most of all, thank you for joining me. I appreciate you being here today, and until we meet again, I wish you health and happiness always. Take care. Bye-bye.